Hello DC fans, this is J.A.R. 369. Welcome back for another figure review. Today is a comparison figure between the Batman movie, the Riddler figure, and the Arkhamverse Riddler figure. Both are made by McFarlane Toys. So for the packaging, for the Batman Riddler figure, you get the DC Multiverse logo. And you get the Batman logo on the top, on the bottom here. There's the Riddler's name here. On the side, there's the Batman logo, the Riddler from the Batman. Other side, just the name on the back. There's the image of the figure, which later on used in the trading card. And there's also the other figures that I already have, except her, because I already have the movie accurate version, which is by far better than this one. Except the Bat-Cycle there. So that's about it for the Riddler's movie packaging. Now let's look at the Arkhamverse, just the usual DC Multiverse style packaging like I showed to the Riddler figure. DC Multiverse, the Riddler on the side. This time it has the Arkham City name here, and you get the DC Multiverse logo. And on the back, here's the image of the figure. Of the character from the artworks of the game. So that's about it for the packaging. Let's release both figures out of the package and see which one is the better Riddler. Here are both Riddlers out of their packaging. So let's take a look at each of the Riddlers. So let's start off with the Paul Dino version. Take a look at the head sculpt here. Yeah, the head sculpt looks really good. It looks exactly like how he is in the film. You can see his eyes right there behind the magnifying glasses here. Well, if you look at his right eye, you can see it looks like his normal looking eye, while the other eye is just like blackout eye. It's like he's missing an eye or something like that. Yeah, like so. Pretty creepy. Well, you can see like it's definitely the mist paint or something like that. You can see the nose right there, so you can have him like the regular nose sticking out there, the glasses and everything. You got like the shrink wrap wrapped around his hair here. Yeah, I think the reason why there's a shrink wrap on his head is because probably he doesn't want some of his hair to fall off to leave any evidence, which is pretty smart, I would say, for a person who people in this film. The rain jacket here, it's just a usual rain jacket. You can see like the Riddler's logo right there, and you can see some wrinkles all over it on the figure. Take a look at the hands. You can see one hand is like one hand is for holding on the accessory, while the other hand is holding on for, well, it's just a fisted hand. The pants, you can see some pockets there on the legs there. There's some wrinkles to it. And you get and you can see some wrinkles over there as well. And you get the boots, there's some sculpted shoelaces there as well. And take off the display stand. On the bottom, there's some legalese and 2 pegels in the bottom of his feet there. So yeah, overall for the figure itself, it looks pretty good. I would say McFarlane Toys did a really not too bad job with this figure. So that's about it for the Paul Dino version of the Riddler. Now let's look at the Arkhamverse version of the Riddler. Take a look at the head sculpt here. You got like the little smirking face on him, but still really not too bad looking head sculpt to the character from the video game. But the only major thing is that glasses are not really his sunglasses. They're just regular normal looking sunglasses, but with some purple lining on the glass area there. The hat itself looks really well done, decent, but it's missing the little question mark on the front of the hat. But take a look at the body here. The body itself looks really good. I say McFarlane did a really not too bad job with his body. There's some missing paint apps that Todd himself did not finish, but yeah, he's just doing that like let the customers paint the figure, customize the figure for themselves. Yeah. but still really not too bad. You can see a bunch of question marks on there, including one on the wristband here. Nothing much on this side. You get the tie right there, and with a little question mark there, and also the roll-up sleeves. You can see the purple underneath it there. And take a look at the hands. You can see both hands have like the gripping hand and have the question mark on the gloves. On the pants here, you can see there's like multiple plies, several buttons there on the pants area of the fly. There's a sculpted little pockets there, and the purple boots there. You can see some of the, oh, I forgot to mention on the pants, you can see some stitching line sculpting there. You can see some sculpted shoelaces there as well. On the bottom, there are some legalese, well, no legalese, but 2 pecos in the bottom of his feet there as well. But overall, for the figure itself, the Riddler, I really do like this version, to be honest, because of the Arkham game. So yeah, it's really a not bad looking figure, nonetheless, to say. Now, moving on for articulation, both Riddlers do have the same amount of articulation. They both have the head rotation, ball joint. Arms do go fully rotate in and out, and up butterfly joint, the ball joint there. Both do have upper arm rotation. Both have double jointed elbows. Both have lower wrist rotation and hinge, and upper wrist rotation. And for the Arkham City Riddler, there's a upper chest rotation there on the ball joint, and waist at the ball joint there. But for the Paul Dino version, he does have the same thing, but it's covered in his jacket here. But both legs do have kick forward and back, in and out. A little bit upper leg articulation, double jointed. Knees kicking behind, or kicking there behind. And the angles do rotate, ankle pivots, and the angles do pivot side to side. The angles move forward and back, and ankle pivots side to side, and also toe articulation on both figures. So yeah, the articulation is a standard McFarlane Toys articulation, but you can still give them some pretty decent amount of posabilities. Both for the Baltino Riddler, he doesn't pose any much, just standing there like with the tape and everything. So yeah. For accessories, the Baldino version of the Riddler does come with like this carpet scraper, where he, with his victims, and also the trading card as well, with a picture of the figure, and on the back, here's the bio. Real name, Edward Nashton. Here's a bio about the Batman version of the Riddler. Go ahead, pause the video if you want to read it. And does come with a display stand. And for the Arkham City Riddler, he does come with his cane that he uses in the video game. Well, not really uses, but like several promotional images and everything. But I'm not sure the cane ever appeared in the actual game, if I don't remember. Yeah. Hey, at least the Arkham collection for the Switch is coming out, so I can replay it when it comes out. So you can either have him like you can see, thank God for double jointed elbows, so he can pose him like this. And also he does come with a display stand, and of course the trading card of the character holding the Riddler trophy, which Todd McFarlane, you missed the opportunity to have the Riddler trophy in it. And take a look on the back. Real name, Edward Nigma. And here's a bio about the character from the video game. Pause the video if you want to read it. So that's about it for these trading cards. For overall, for the figures, we'll take a look at the size comparison for both figures. You can see like the Paul Dino version is quite taller than the Arkham City version of the Riddler. So yeah, for me, the figure overall, well, even though I feel like this figure is not really finished, so it should have been like added more paint, unless if you're a customizer. But for the Paul Dino version, it's really perfect, I would say that. But for me, for you, well, I would say if you're like a big fan of the classic Riddler look, then I would recommend getting the Arkham City Riddler if you want to paint for this figure for yourself. But don't worry, guys. McFarlane is gonna release the classic Riddler figure from the comics. So yeah, I might do a review on that figure very soon when it arrives. And if you really enjoy like the Batman movie, then I highly recommend getting this version of the Riddler figure. But overall, for these figures, I say the Arkham City, it looks really cool, looks really good, but I really wish it had some finishing paint apps to it, like the DC Collectibles does, or the DC Direct version does. But the DC Direct version costs a lot of money nowadays, so I would recommend getting this figure if you missed out on the DC Collectibles version. For one of these figures, I do recommend some of them, like the Riddler figure from the film. Probably like it goes around $10 right now. So yeah, go ahead, pick them up. But for the game version of the Riddler, well, it goes for retail for $20. So I still recommend getting this figure as well. For my rate, I'm going to give both versions of the Riddlers. I'll give the Paul Dino version a 9 out of 10 for me, and the Arkhamverse version of the Riddler, I'll give like an 8 out of 10 for me as well. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, please consider like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. And follow me on Instagram and Thread. Both links will be in the description down below. That's all I have to say. This is the McFarlane Toys, the Batman movie, and the Arkham City version of the Riddler figures made by McFarlane Toys. And this is J.A.R. 369. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on my next review. And remember, keep on collecting.